All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. At least about 27 militants and 12 Pakistani soldiers have reportedly been killed and 155 passengers been rescued after an attack on a train that was carrying 463 passengers in the southwestern Balochistan province. Now, according to the Pakistan security sources, over 100 Pakistani soldiers were on board this train, and more than 30 of them were traveling with their families. So far, about 17 bodies, including the bodies of about 12 soldiers, have been recovered, while 3 soldiers have received minor injuries and they're reportedly being treated at the Bulan Medical Complex. 37 injured passengers have also been shifted to the hospital. After the siege by the militants, the Jafar Express had been moved from the tunnel to the Quetta station. Security sources say that a clearance operation is underway, but extreme caution is being exercised due to the presence of the suicide bombers amongst the militants. Now, the bombers were wearing suicide vests on the train. They had taken women and children hostage at 3 different locations. They are using people as shields. All right, now to give us more updates in terms of what is happening at this moment, we are joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik, who's joining us with more updates on the story. Anas, bring us up to speed with what is the latest in terms of what's happening in this hostage crisis.
Well, the rescue operation against terrorists who have hijacked this train is currently underway. Almost 24 hours in since this train was first hijacked or was first reported to be hijacked. 155 passengers have been rescued. 27 terrorists as yet have been killed during this operation. What we know so far is that the number of terrorists that have been holding this train hostage can be as high as over 120. The initial estimates were between 50 and 60, but the witness accounts estimate that about 100 plus terrorists have been part of this siege itself. So therefore, the operation is taking quite a lot of time. What we know so far is that at least 10 to 15 Pakistani military personnel have also lost their lives. In those who were present in the train, their bodies have indeed been brought to the combined military hospital in Quetta. About 17 bodies have indeed been brought there, out of which 12 are said to be of the military personnel as per sources on the ground. What we also know is that the terrorists, they're in contact with their foreign facilitators, and that's what the Pakistani security forces sources maintain. That is number one. And number two, that they have suicide bombers accompanying them. Now, this is a claim on their part which cannot, of course, be independently verified. Meanwhile, the banned terror group, the Baloch Liberation Army, in its statement has made claims. Again, these are claims that are being made by the banned terror group, that they are currently holding over 200 people hostage, and that they have killed a handful number of people as well, and they will continue with these executions in case if their demands are not met. Saleh.
Right, and also, Anas, you know, the fact that there were so many of the Pakistani military personnel who were on board at the time when this train was hijacked, has the Pakistani government tried to negotiate with the Baloch militants, or is this purely being conducted as a security operation per se, without any negotiations that are taking place?
Well, the modus operandi of this asymmetric warfare, this guerrilla warfare, has changed into an asymmetric warfare, and this is the first in Pakistan's history where we're seeing that the Baloch rebels, as they claim, they're the ones who have hijacked a train. Now, the banned terror outfit BLA, we've previously seen that there have been bouts of negotiations at large But particularly when it comes to this incident, right now there are no reports of any negotiations being held, and rather this is a kinetic military operation that is currently being conducted against these terror elements in a bid to secure the future and the lives of all the remaining passengers on board out of the 460 odd passengers who were initially on board of that ill-fated train. Salih.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Anas Malik, for joining us with all those updates there.